Greet you all in the name of President Oliver Tambo. We want to echo the sentiments made by the previous speakers. I think on the question of visa, really guys, it's not necessary anymore, considering that our borders were not even drawn by us. Africans were not there in the Berlin conference that decided the borders of Africa. So we also want to say, cancel the study permits. If an African young person wants to study in an African university, they must be able to do so without having to go through a rigorous red tape called a study permit. We want to ask you to stop borrowing money from the IMF and all these international bodies, because when you guys are in heaven, it is us who will have to pay back this money. So please stop putting us in that position. We want Africa to be prosperous and not in debt. Stop selling our mineral resources. If you are selling our mineral resources, understand that we want you to teach us how to refine these mineral resources, so that as opposed to buying finished products, we produce finished products and sell finished products. We want you to prioritize education. Education is the new AK-47. You were able to fight for liberation, and you need to give us education so that we fight for the next generation. Young people are in majority in the African population. However, young people are the minority in terms of leadership. We don't wish you away. You have done very well in bringing us to this prosperous continent, but we must be given the opportunity to fight for the next generation. We need your wisdom, however, you need our imagination and creativity. So include young people in positions of power, and don't just bring us to summits. We also want to be part of that table there. The question of land. Every activity happens on land. Stop selling our land to foreign giant companies. Stop selling our land to corporations. I don't understand why McDonald's has to own land in Africa when we don't have an African business that owns land in the West. On the issue of climate change, Africa is not responsible for the climate change that we find ourselves in. We are the lowest producer of carbon emissions. We think that the West and the East and the superpowers of this world must be held accountable. But yes, we need to do as much as we can to fight climate change. We also want to say, please stop allowing foreign military bases in our continent. There's no African country with a military base anywhere in the world. We don't understand why we must have foreign military bases here when we've got the capacity to protect ourselves, just like the people of Ethiopia fought against attempts to colonize Ethiopia. Include young people in real positions of power, and do not manage us only by bringing us to summits. We love you, you've done well for our country, but we think that our leaders sometimes, they prioritize the legacy and their families over the future of our countries. Thank you very much.